Hello everyone, I thought it would be a good idea to do a video on flashlights for self-defense, which is actually quite a sensible idea if you think about it. Now, the problem is, in lots of countries there are self-defense laws where they're not in the favour of your average citizen. Basically, if you use something in self-defense and you maybe had it on you with the purpose of self-defense, that's illegal because the laws are just stupid. So what I have here is obviously just a flashlight, and that looks bright enough on the camera just on low mode, but if I put it into high, like that, you see that's very bright. And if you're in the dark and somebody tried to mug you, and you shone that in their face like that, that'd be very disorientating on them, even if you then just ran away and didn't, hit them or anything else afterwards. So a flashlight's very good because you can carry one on you and you have a legitimate reason for carrying it on you. You can see in the dark using a flashlight or a torch. There's nothing sinister about carrying one on you. But you have the added bonus of you can use it in a self-defense scenario. So the one I've got here is a Thrunite Archer. It's a 2AV3 model, and this produces quite a lot of light, and it also has a strobe mode, which I'll demonstrate now. So obviously just a bit of a warning, there is going to be flashing lights. So if I hold the button down, that's strobe mode. So if you can imagine, if you're in the dark and that's happening to you, your eyes won't be able to focus properly because they'll be trying to shrink from the bright light, and then once the bright light's off they'll be trying to expand, so you won't be able to see very well in the dark if somebody did that to you and then ran away or whatever. And some of these torches are quite tough, like this Thrunite one. It doesn't have like a particularly nasty bezel on it or anything, but it is good enough, it's impact resistant, and if you did that to somebody you wouldn't break the torch, but it would hurt because it's aluminium, strong aluminium. So, sort of to give an example on the door, you would obviously hit hard on that, but I don't want to. I don't want to either damage the torch or the door in this video. But if your life depended on it, you could use this as a club if you needed to, sort of like that. Or when the light was in somebody's face, you could throw a punch where they wouldn't be able to see you, obviously, because of the light, or bring your leg up, or a kick, and you'd be absolutely fine doing that. So yeah, flashlights are good simply because you could carry it on you in your pocket and there's nothing sinister about it. If you were stopped by the police and searched, it's just a flashlight. Now there are some flashlights, models that are designed with self-defense in mind, which I don't particularly like just because they do look a bit too weapon-like. Like I've seen ones that are basically giant batons which then have a flashlight LED in the end, or ones that have like spikes on the front. And in all honesty, I think if you were carrying that and the police looked in your pocket, they'd be very suspicious, so I wouldn't want something like that. And also, something like this is quite slimline. I wouldn't want something that's so chunky it's a chore to carry around. So, something like this, again, very bright. You'd be completely disorientated. You can actually see where the camera, when that goes into lens, it darkens everything around it and then has to light up again on the video. That's not me doing editing, that's how the camera reacts. So it's a bit like how the human eye would react. And if you've ever been in the dark and had a bright light sort of come on, you'll know it's quite disorientating and it hurts your eyes. So it'd be very good for self-defense. I mean, obviously, if you're in a country like America and you can carry a handgun on you for self-defense as well, do that if you're entitled to. But if you're in a country where you can get arrested just for carrying a pocket knife, and if you're questioned about why you have something on it and they think it's for the purpose of defending yourself, you could get arrested. That's not very good. Well, with something like this, that you have a perfectly, legitimate reason for carrying it, and that is for just using it as a flashlight, whereas in case you need it, it's a very good self-defense tool. I mean, there will be certain scenarios where you might just want to hand over a wallet or something rather than be, potentially stabbed, but I think for most reasons, having a flashlight like this on you is very good for self-defense, and just all sorts of good everyday carry uses. Now this one is the Archer 2AV3 by Thrunite. They very kindly sent it me for free a while ago. I'll put the links in the description if you want to buy it, and on their store there's a voucher for 5% off, which is Thrunite. But there would be other models of flashlight that would work as well for this, but I know this particular model will be very good just because of the way you can hold it and obviously everything else. So there you go. Flashlight for self-defense, probably quite a good option.